All right, so you're thinking about going for an ICT Research Consultant interview.
Smart move.
It's a pretty hot field right now, tons of opportunity.
Yeah,
But with that comes a lot of competition too, right?
for sure.
So we're going to dive deep into some RoleCatcher resources today.
Okay.
We've got their career guides, their interview guides,
Yeah.
the works,
Nice.
and our mission is to equip you, not just to answer questions, but to really impress, to stand out from all those other candidates.
Yeah, you want to make sure you showcase your expertise.
Absolutely. And we're even going to take a peek at how AI can give you an edge in today's job market.
Oh, that's interesting.
But first things first, what does an ICT research consultant actually do?
Well, think of it like detective work.
Okay.
But for the world of tech,
I like it.
you're digging deep into ICT trends,
Right.
designing surveys, analyzing all that data.
Yeah.
And then you give clients those insights that they need to make smart decisions.
So it's about connecting the dots between technology and strategy. And what's interesting is you think about the scope.
Huge, right?
Healthcare, education, finance.
Mm-hmm.
ICT research is everywhere.
It really is.
So that means lots of potential career paths.
Yeah, lots of different ways you can go with that.
So, okay, let's talk about those interview questions.
All right.
Because acing these is your ticket to landing the job.
Exactly. Got to get those right.
So RoleCatcher offers a bunch of potential questions.
They do.
But let's focus on a few key ones that we think you'll probably encounter.
Sounds good.
You ready to tackle the first one?
Bring it on.
Okay, so the first one is, can you explain your experience with ICT research projects?
The classic experience question.
Right. How do we make this answer stand out, though?
You got to tell a story.
Okay.
Don't just list projects.
So don't just say, I worked on a project about X.
Exactly.
Just-
Tell a story. Paint a picture for the interviewer.
So what was the challenge? What approach did I take?
Yeah, what tools did you use? And most importantly, what was the result?
Outcome, right?
The outcome, yeah.
Because specifics stick in people's minds,
They do.
right? So did you uncover some surprising trend?
That's the kind of thing they're looking for.
Did my recommendations lead to some major change?
Those are the details that make you memorable.
And then be ready for those follow-up questions.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They'll probably ask, what was the biggest obstacle you faced in that project?
Mm-hmm.
And how did you overcome it?
Yeah, they want to see how you think on your feet.
So they're looking for problem-solving skills.
Exactly.
Resilience.
All that good stuff.
Yep. All right. What's the next question we should be prepared for?
Okay, so another common one is, what are some current trends and challenges in the ICT industry?
Ooh, this one's all about showing that you're plugged in.
You're following the field?
Right.
Yeah, you're up to date.
So it's not just about regurgitating headlines.
No.
Right.
You got to offer your take.
Okay.
So what trends excite you? What challenges worry you?
So go beyond the surface.
Exactly.
Show them that we're actively engaged.
And bonus points for connecting these back to the specific role you're interviewing for.
Right.
So how do these trends impact the company?
Or the projects I might be involved in.
Yeah, show them. You've thought about how those big picture ideas translate into real world applications within their organization.
That's a really good point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about question number 3?
So this one delves into your methodology.
Okay.
Be prepared for something like, how do you approach designing and conducting research studies?
Okay, time to geek out a little.
Right, show off those research chops.
So how would we tackle this one?
Walk them through your process.
Step by step.
Yeah, start with defining the objectives.
Right.
Choosing your methods, making sure your data is good quality,
Right.
The whole 9 yards.
So instead of just saying, I'm good at research,
Right.
I need to demonstrate that I understand the entire research life cycle.
Exactly, and get specific.
Good point.
Mention a particular software you're proficient in,
Okay.
or a unique research technique you've used. Anything that makes you stand out.
So if I'm good with statistical analysis software,
Yeah, perfect example.
or I've used a particular qualitative research method,
Yeah, highlight those skills.
it's the time to do it.
And be ready for follow-up questions like, can you give an example of a time you had to adapt your research design mid-project,
Okay.
and why?
So why did I have to make that change?
They want to see how flexible you are,
Right.
how good you are at problem solving.
Adaptability is key,
It really is,
especially in such a fast-paced field.
for sure.
Now, before we move on, I want to touch on some career insights from RoleCatcher
Okay,
that we could weave into our interview responses.
sounds good.
They really emphasize continuous learning
Yeah,
in this ever-evolving tech landscape.
makes things change so fast.
Right. So how can we show them that we're committed to professional development during the interview?
Well, you can mention any recent courses or workshops you've attended, conferences you've been to. Anything to show that you're actively trying to enhance your skills.
So things like research methodologies,
Yeah.
data analysis, emerging ICT trends.
Both.
It's about showing that we're proactive and staying ahead of the curve.
Exactly.
Okay, so continuous learning, that's one.
Mm-hmm.
What about certifications?
Ah, yes. Those are gold.
RoleCatcher specifically recommends the PMP,
Mm-hmm.
the CMRP, CPR, CDMP.
Yeah, those are some big acronyms.
I know, right? They sound a bit intimidating.
They do, but they show you're serious
About your craft.
about your career.
Right, so can you break those down for us?
Sure. So the PMP, that stands for Project Management Professional,
Okay.
it's a globally recognized certification.
Oh, wow.
And it shows that you know how to manage projects.
Which is obviously relevant.
Yeah, super relevant to ICT research.
Okay, what about CMRP?
So that's Certified Maintenance and Reliability Professional.
Okay,
This one focuses on asset management and reliability.
for sure.
Crucial for lots of ICT systems. Then you've got CPR, which is Certified Professional Researcher.
Okay,
That one validates your research skills and knowledge.
straightforward.
And finally, CDMP, which stands for Certified Data Management Professional.
Okay.
This one's all about data governance and management.
Which is essential for ICT research.
Absolutely. You're dealing with huge amounts of data.
Right.
So knowing how to manage it properly is key.
So those certifications cover a wide range of skills and knowledge
They do.
relevant to ICT research.
Yeah, they really do.
I mean, we might not need all of them,
Probably not.
depending on our specific career goals,
Right.
but holding one or two can definitely set us apart.
And show that you're committed to professional excellence.
Okay, so continuous learning certifications.
Mm-hmm.
What about showcasing our work itself?
Yeah, you need a portfolio.
Okay.
RoleCatcher suggests compiling a collection of your research projects, reports, presentations, publications.
So let our work speak for itself.
Exactly.
Okay, are there any other ways we can leverage that portfolio to stand out?
Well, you could create a personal website or blog.
Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah, share your insights on ICT trends research methodologies.
Establish myself as a thought leader.
Exactly.
So it's about having a platform to share my expertise and engage with the broader ICT research community.
That's the idea.
And of course, let's not forget networking,
Super important.
attending industry events, conferences, meetups.
Yeah, all of that.
It keeps us up to date on trends,
Uh-huh.
but it also gives us opportunities to connect with people.
Yeah, other researchers, industry professionals, potential employers.
Networking can really open doors.
It can lead to some amazing opportunities.
So it's not just about what we know.
It's about who we know.
It's about building those relationships and engaging with the community.
Exactly.
All right, so we've covered a lot.
We have?
Understanding the role of an ICT research consultant,
Mm-hmm.
tackling common interview and questions,
Yep.
career insights from RoleCatcher.
All good stuff.
But before we delve into AI tools,
Oh.
I want to emphasize the importance of tailoring your answers
Right.
to the specific roles you're applying for.
That's super important.
How do we make sure our responses resonate?
You have to really understand the job description.
Okay.
Highlight the skills and experiences that match what they're looking for.
So it's not about having a one-size-fits-all answer.
No.
Right.
You need to tailor your response to each specific job.
Okay, so research the company,
Mm-hmm.
understand their mission,
Yeah.
their values,
Yeah.
and show them how my skills and experience can contribute to their goals.
Exactly.
It's about showing them I'm genuinely interested,
You've done your homework.
and I've taken the time to understand how I can add value.
That's exactly what they want to see.
Makes sense.
Oh, okay.
So now let's explore how RoleCatcher's AI tools can help
All right, let's get into that.
streamline our job search and fine-tune our interview prep.
This is where things get really interesting. Imagine having an AI co-pilot for your job search. It analyzes job descriptions, scores your resume, helps you tailor your answers to specific roles.
An AI co-pilot. That sounds like sci-fi.
It's pretty cool.
How does it work?
Well, it starts by dissecting the job description.
Okay.
The AI looks for those key skills and keywords that the employer really wants.
So like what?
You know, things like specific technical skills experience with certain software research methodologies.
Okay.
And then it scores your resume based on how well you align with those criteria.
So it's kind of like having a personal resume expert.
Yeah, like a digital resume coach giving you feedback.
But it does more than just score, right?
Right. It helps you tailor your resume and cover letter.
To each specific job.
Exactly. Think of it as a hyper-personalized editing tool.
Okay, so no more spending hours tweaking every single application.
And more of that.
The AI takes care of the tedious stuff.
Like keyword optimization.
So I can focus on showcasing my skills and experience.
Exactly. Let the AI handle the boring parts.
This is pretty mind-blowing, but what about the interview itself?
AI can help with that too.
Really?
RoleCatcher's AI has a library of potential interview questions
Okay.
based on the role you're applying for.
So it's not just generic advice.
Nope. It's tailored to the specific job you want.
And does it help me come up with answers?
It does. It helps you craft compelling answers, analyzes your responses, and offers suggestions.
Wow, so it's like having a personal interview coach?
But without the hefty price tag.
And the best part?
It gives you feedback on your practice interviews.
No way.
You record yourself answering questions, and the AI analyzes everything.
Everything.
Your delivery, your body language, even your tone of voice.
So it's like having a whole team of career experts in my pocket.
It's pretty amazing, right?
But does it make the whole job search process feel less personal?
That's a good question, but I think these AI tools actually make us more personal.
How so?
By taking care of the boring stuff, the AI frees up our time to focus on the human element.
So more time for connecting with employers.
Exactly. You can spend more time crafting compelling stories about your experiences, letting your personality shine through.
So less worrying about formatting, more time connecting.
Exactly. Remember, technology is just a tool
We have to use it effectively.
to highlight our strengths and build real connections.
Okay, so now let's get back to some more of those interview questions.
All right, let's do it.
RoleCatcher highlights one that often trips people up.
Okay. What is it?
How do you stay updated on the latest trends and advancements in the ICT industry?
That's a good one.
This is another chance to show our passion, right?
You want to showcase your proactive approach to professional development.
So go beyond mentioning industry publications.
Yeah, those are a given.
Share specific examples of how I engage with the community,
Like what?
like my involvement in online forums,
Good one.
contributions to open source projects,
Yes.
attending industry conferences.
All of those show that you're going above and beyond.
Highlight any personal projects I've worked on.
Exactly anything that shows you're exploring new technologies
It's about demonstrating genuine curiosity.
and a thirst for knowledge.
Okay, what about another tricky question? Can you describe a time when you had to present complex technical information to a non-technical audience?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Right. How did you ensure they understood the key takeaways
This question is all about communication.
and presentation skills?
Both are essential for a research consultant.
So how do I structure a good answer?
Start by setting the stage. Briefly describe the project and the audience.
Okay,
Then focus on your strategies for making the information clear.
like what kind of strategies?
Using simple language, avoiding jargon,
Right.
incorporating visuals like charts and graphs to illustrate data,
Okay.
and maybe using analogies or real-world examples.
To help them connect with the technical concept.
Exactly. Tailor your communication to your audience.
And make sure they get the message.
And don't forget to highlight the outcome.
Did they understand?
Did they ask good questions?
Does it lead to any decision?
Those details show that you can communicate effectively
Okay, so I've shown them I understand the information.
and that you can explain it to others.
Now let's move on to a question that comes up towards the end of the interview.
Okay, the grand finale.
Do you have any questions for us?
This is your chance to shine.
But it can also be a make or break moment, right?
It can... You want to ask thoughtful questions?
Questions that show I'm engaged and interested?
Exactly. Avoid those generic questions that you can find on Google.
Oh, what kind of questions should I ask?
Ask about the company culture, the team dynamics,
Right.
the specific projects you might be working on,
Right.
or the opportunities for professional development,
So I'm showing them I've done my homework
that you're genuinely interested in the company,
and that I'm thinking long term.
and that you're eager to contribute.
This has been so insightful.
Glad to hear it.
Preparation is key for this interview.
Absolutely.
We've covered so much today,
We have.
from understanding the role to tackling those tough questions.
Those AI tools.
Right. And how to showcase our passion.
It's all about standing out.
But before we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with a final thought.
Okay, I like it.
As you're preparing for this interview, take a moment to picture yourself 5 years down the line.
Okay.
What kind of ICT research consultant do you want to be? What impact do you hope to make in this field?
That's a great question to think about.
Right.
Having a clear vision for your future
Yeah.
that can really set you apart in the interview.
It shows you're not just looking for a job,
Right.
but a career,
You're thinking long term.
right, where I can contribute my skills and make a real impact.
Exactly. And that ties in perfectly with RoleCatcher's emphasis on continuous learning.
Oh yeah, they're big on that.
They highlight that the ICT landscape is always changing.
It's
So
true.
you got to keep learning to stay ahead.
So how can we show that forward-thinking mindset?
When they ask about your goals,
Okay.
don't just focus on the short term.
Right.
Share your vision for growth within the company and the industry. Talk about the skills you want to develop,
Okay.
the projects you want to lead, the impact you want to make.
So, for example, if I'm really passionate about cybersecurity,
Yeah,
I should mention
absolutely.
that I want to specialize in that area,
Shows them you have a focus.
and that I want to contribute to its advancement,
Exactly. It demonstrates your commitment,
to professional growth,
and it sets you apart.
because I have a vision for my future.
A clear vision.
Okay, so it's about aligning my goals with the company's mission
Yes.
and showing them that I'm in it for the long haul.
That you're committed to making a real difference.
And don't be afraid to show your enthusiasm
For sure.
for tackling those tough projects
They want to see that.
and pushing the boundaries of innovation.
Exactly.
Okay, so to wrap this all up,
Right.
what does this mean for you, the listener, as you prepare for your ICT Research Consultant interview?
It means you're not just showing up. You're showing up prepared.
We've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
We talked about the role itself,
The ins and outs.
tackled those common interview questions,
Those tricky ones.
and even explored how AI can give you an edge.
That's the future.
And most importantly, we talked about showcasing your passion.
That's what makes you stand out.
So remember, confidence comes from preparation.
Practice makes perfect.
The more you practice, the more comfortable you'll be and the more you'll shine.
You got this.
So go out there, rock that interview, and embark on this exciting journey into the world of ICT research.
Good luck.